all the matches are so close, which is what we love to see. Like we mentioned, the boys, definitely not a favorite moving into that afterthought match, but they put on such a show. It was great to see. And we've got more action from the boys right here as they proceed into the first elimination round of the tournament and of the day. And this best of 3 to decide who will move on and who walks home right here. Slushy at the top of the box. Gonna drop down into the zone, tray towards the net. Good clear by Demo, getting it past normal times as well. D-Bank in the corner. Great 50-50 win, moving all the way downfield. Upper 90 gonna have to play this one off their own back wall. Normal times looking for the center. Will be touched away. Great connection from Demo and Skills. Slushy couldn't get a third hand on that one, but I do like the connection coming out of the defensive end and almost a good dunk. Will be sent to the opposite side though. Side wall. Awkward touch there. Trey, quick in the air. Can't win it out though. Slushy up his own back wall. Can't find too much purses. Great Demo, and that's the last man gone. Off the post, and D-Bank will be able to finish it off. Nice read and way to stay in the zone.
Doesn't get it on the first, but does get that rebound opportunity, and you called it out. It's that Demo right there. Just leaves the net wide open for D-Bank, and he makes no mistake, even if it took him 2 tries.
As long as the ball goes in the net, doesn't necessarily matter how, so.
1-0.
There you go, they have the lead. And a great Demo as well, Upper 90. You can tell they're already starting to tighten up their defense from the last time we saw them. Demo on the side wall, able to keep it at midfield. We're moving back the other way. Skills going to inherit this one, past normal times. Good touch into center, great touch there as well. The follow-up at Skills towards the top of the crossbar. Great save from D-Bank, keeping it away. And Trey follows it out of the zone, but some great aggression from Upper 90 with the passing plays in the midfield. Yeah,
definitely a great stop there. The pressure's still on, though. Shot coming through, and another one. Trey able to get over. Big save from him. A couple of really big saves for the boys to keep this scoreless.
And this is what we saw from them that really surprised us in their first round and day one. Absolutely outstanding gameplay so far. Upper 90 have yet to get one on the board. Here's a shot from D-Bank towards the right side. It's the post and in.
Wow, D-Bank with his second goal there, and slimmest of margins. See it hit that post and then bounced in. Upper 90, a little bit of a bad read there. You would have expected they might be able to get in and challenge on that shot, but still, great job by D-Bank to make something happen when the defense gives it to it.
And you can tell Skills giving him the respect that he deserved. Just did not work out, wasn't close enough to that far post to make the save. They're not going to be out of this one quite yet. Trey now speculating towards the net, off the back wall. Nobody makes a touch, and it's a freebie for him.
Yeah, a couple of defenders in the box yet again for Upper 90, but we talked about it. They've got to shore up this defense. You see Demo not quite sure where that ball was going to go. Is it going to hit the post? Is it going to hit the backboard? Is it going to go in? You can tell the read just wasn't there. 2 minutes, and the boys have come out strong. Squid, 3 goals against Upper 90. This is just unbelievable.
Upper 90, notoriously strong squad in the past. Not performing as well as they have before. Still plenty of time, though. Normal time's gonna pop that one up, looking for Trey. Nice block out with Slushy. Finds Demo on the side wall. They're gonna earn a lot of ground right here. Normal time's off his back wall. We'll force it to the corner. Demo trying to keep this one competitive. It's down in the zone. Skills quick to the ball. It's off the corner wall, but once again shut down by normal times. And we were talking about him yesterday when we saw him in the series versus Afterthought. He was looking pretty strong on the defense, and his cutoffs have been pretty good right here.
Honestly, yes. Normal times has been the MVP for the boys, and it's a surprise because he's their sub. I don't know that they fielded him in any of the monthlies.
Great connections right there. Slushy was the one to finish it off, but Trey in front of that one. The boys clearly not deterred by their loss. This one coming off the back wall. Normal times can't make the touch, but there's nobody there to follow. Skills is in the air. Shot towards the net. Great save by D-Bank once again, keeping it away from the goal line. Normal times far upfield, looking for that long clear. We'll get it past one. Slushy gonna keep this one in play. Demo with a Demo. Upper 90 not able to convert on it though. Drops out to the corner. It looks like it's going to be moving back towards the midfield line for just a second. They're setting up something right here, but normal times, once again, always in position to get it away.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I'd like to see from Upper 90 is a little bit more teamwork. They're not using each other right now, just trying to do these individual pushes, really just hitting the ball and seeing where it will go. They've got to start working together because what they're doing is being read 100% by the boys.
Moving downfield as we approach the final minute of gameplay. Upper 90, another shot right there, just a little bit too speculative. Normal times, great clear right there with what little boost he had. Demo in the midfield now. Can't get that one past. Normal times on the back wall. Skills is trying to keep this one alive. A minute remaining now. Demo's in the air for the shot on net. It's wide and no power either. Upper 90 just not looking as solid as they could be on offense by any means.
No, we talked about the defense. They're not finding offense either.
Normal time's going to get this one past Demo. It's moving all the way downfield. The boys just trying to secure their victory at this point. Not looking good for our players in the orange side of the field. Drop down in their own half. Demo looking for something upfield. Finds Slushy. No passing target, though. It's going to be traded. Just send it right back to the midfield line. As the 30-second buzzer sounds, I think it might be time to look forward to game 2.
Yeah, maybe so. This would be quite the miracle for Upper 90. I just got to say, they have not found any offense. And once they gave up that lead, that was it for them here. This may be a goal as the ball comes through. There it is. Slushy does get Upper 90 on the board just 17 seconds ago. Maybe too little, too late, but at least they're not shut out.
Yeah, and a great passing play as well. Demo finding Slushy off the pass initially from Slushy, and a great read as well off the backboard. But, well, as you mentioned, might be a little bit too little too late unless something happens here. 17 seconds. We've seen crazier things happen.
Definitely time to cheat up on this kickoff.
A win as well. Slushy gets bumped into it. Demo with full boost could make something out of this. 10 seconds now. Looking for the flip reset. Can't get it past Trey. And that might be the nail in the coffin, but they're going to have one more attack run right here. Quickly shut down on the follow-up. And I think that's going to be it. The clock hits 0. Upper 90 going to take a loss here in game number 1, but they might be looking for a second goal right here on the board. It's in towards the box and a great shutdown. But a dominant win there from the boys. I mean, they were playing a lot of defense, but they never really seemed like they were that contested.
Yeah, and game 1's proved to be something they're very good at. We saw them take game 1 against Afterthought, and now here against this Upper 90 squad.
Some great work being put in by the boys, continuing the work they put in against Afterthought yesterday during the last matchup we saw. But I got to question you guys about Upper 90. This seems to be the exact same problem they were having the first day, and it hasn't been solved. What do you think that issue really is with their defense? Because we've known them so well for it throughout all the Renegade Cups.
Honestly,
Renegade Cup monthlies.
It honestly just looked like they weren't reading the ball very well. Some of these touches when they were coming, when the boys were coming down into the zone, it's like just Upper 90 didn't have a great read on what was going to happen. Honestly, that just comes with experience, and I know they've got experience, so they may just be feeling a little bit off right now.
I kind of agree with you on that one. I think misreading may not be like the #1 issue that they had. I feel like it might have been the boys just kind of waiting for them to make a mistake, saying like, okay, well, you have fun playing with that ball in the corner. We're just going to clear it out as soon as you make any sort of threat with it. And it worked out for them completely every single time. It felt like Upper 90, like they had so much possession in the offensive end, but they were never able to convert with it.
Yeah, and what surprises me, they had like 10 or 11 shots for Upper 90, but it didn't feel like they were ever had any real scoring chances. So I'm surprised to see so many shots on the board, but without any real opportunities except for their one goal.
Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. So Upper 90 now down by 1 game. Can they bring this one back? That is the real question. We'll have to figure it out here as the boys look to close out the series and move on in the Renegade Cup Finals for North America. Again, this is losers round 1. So Upper 90 facing elimination right here. He's starting out on their own half of the field. D-Bank gonna keep that one alive into the opposite corner. Taking out one as well in the net. Good 50-50 from Slushy. Earns them a lot of territory. Trey past one. Is it an open net the other way? No, not quite, but an excellent 50-50 once again. With 0 boost in the tank at the end, but he made it work, and now they're still on the offensive end.
Yeah, that was a great stop. He just put an end to that 50, just completely won it. I like how they're working the backboard on defense as well, even right there with normal. That's a hard clear off that backboard. Something Upper 90 are going to have to recognize.
Ball moving around the midfield there for just a second. Will be kept there for a moment. D-Bank coming off the side wall. A little bit of boost. Can he get the flip reset over top of one? He's out of the play, and it's wide regardless. Unfortunate there. A great idea nonetheless. And here's Trey for the follow-up. It's on the backboard, and a nice clear from 2 players as Skills will be able to get it away.
Man, this does not look good for Upper 90 because now the boys are starting to pull out some of those skilled plays. You saw he nearly got that flip reset.
It will remain in the defending half for our orange team. Key bump there from D-Bank just a moment ago. Trey looking to score here. Nice touch from Slushy. And Demo will follow it up to get it to the midfield line. Skills will push it to the back wall. D-Bank, easy possession for him on the side. Taking it out Slushy right there in the corner. Speculative shot towards the net. Trey can't get it through, but again, the boys trying to screw up Upper 90 in any way that they can. Using those demos is something I'm going to watch out for because they seem to be going for a couple here and there. That one's a speculative shot towards the net. Demo finds the left-hand side, and the boys with nobody home.
Man, you hate to see that. That was a definite communication breakdown between Trey and I believe Normal in the corner there. Somebody's got to go for that. Looks like it was Trey's ball, but he was expecting that maybe Normal was going to push in. That's a fortunate one for Upper 90 because they have not found a whole lot of offense. And honestly, the boys had those first 2 minutes.
They definitely did. Trey going to be taking Demo out on the play there. We'll be moving back into the orange end right off a face-off once again. Let's see if the boys can respond. Trey, ooh, great preliminary save from Slushy getting in front of that one, and it moves all the way downfield as well. Can they convert here? That does not look like it, coming out with some opposing demos. Slushy in the midfield. Demo couldn't get the pass out. Skills to keep it alive in the midfield line. Normal Time's gonna speculate. Couldn't make anything of it. Now Demo trying to get this pop-up over Trey. Can't do it, but it's still in the midfield. Great shot to the right side. Slushy's gonna follow it up in Upper 90 with the continued pressure getting goals on.
Yeah, it seems like all it took was that goal for them to finally wake up because now all of a sudden boys have been hemmed back into their zone. It's been all Upper 90 since that first goal. If I'm the boys, just remember they were controlling the play. Do not change what you're doing. They've got to stick with it.
And I wonder if that momentum goal from the end of game 1 actually did its job properly. Here's Demo with an opportunity. Can't put that one on target. But Upper 90, definitely a fresh breath right here. Drops into the corner. Skills past one. That was Normal Times out of the play. Can D-Bank make it back? He can. Barely getting a hand on that ball. Neutral 50-50. Normal Times. Quick on it. Up to D-Bank off the back wall. Unfortunate double touch, and it's moving down the other way. It's going to be a bit of a scramble right here, and they're off to the races. Skills looking to get this one out in center. Does manage it past Normal Times. Is right there for Slushy, and he sends it through. Outstanding play from Upper 90 and a great use of that overcommitment.
Oh, yeah, and what a win by Skills in the corner there. Beating it past Normal Times and Trey. No chance at that. Wow. What is it about game 2? It seems like once the boys go down, they're not quite the same team. We saw that against Afterthought in game number 2. This is interesting because they came out so strong in that first game.
Massive dynamic change. With a 3-0 scoreline now. A minute 45 to go in Upper 90 and complete control of this one. Great touch there from Skills. Couldn't find the net. But gotta pass the defender. Gotta be a bit of a momentum hit for the boys right now. Open that opportunity. Here's Skills. Can't get that one on target once again. They do have a buffer of 3 right about now. Normal Times wants something right here. Getting it all the way downfield. Drops into the middle of the box. Trey off the back wall. Could be something right here. Great save from Slushy. Gonna shut down D-Bank before they can even put it towards the goal line.
It looks like Upper 90 have completely changed their style on defense. They're letting the boys carry the ball down the field, and they don't care. They're just gonna wait in the box and put it back. If the boys don't have those finishing efforts, who cares if they've got the field?
It does seem like where the boys were doing such a good job with their reactionary play style that Upper 90 just did it better. Did them one up. As we now have 1 minute remaining, Upper 90 maintain a 3-0 lead, but will it stay that way for very long? That one's just out. Slushy, no contact, but he does manage to read this shot. D-Bank for the follow. No, not quite. Trey can't get that one quite through either. Skills is going to be on the goal line to touch it away. My goodness, Upper 90. We said they weren't so solid on the defense before, but their preliminary reads have been looking good. Here's D-Bank with a shot. Can't get that one on target. And the boys still with an offensive potential right here. Normal Times can't get that one on through. And I'm liking the life out of them, but it was just too slow. There's just not enough oomph behind it.
Yeah, D-Bank had a couple of real good chances as well, and unfortunately just not able to put it on net. Tough shots, but still, if those are on, they're goals, and that could change the dynamic of this game, but time obviously running out.
And the ideas hopefully will carry through into what presumably will be a game number 3. As we're now in the final 10 seconds. Like I said, crazier things have happened, but at this point, I'm not sure if crazier things than this have happened. Looks like game number 2 will be going to Upper 90 in rather dominant fashion. A 3-1 game in favor of the boys, and then a 3-0 in the favor of Upper 90. It's really difficult to say who to favor, and like I like to say, it's nice to be able to adapt coming off a loss, but now for the boys, it's your turn.
Oh, definitely. I would say Upper 90 definitely made some adjustments there, especially on the defense. We saw in that first game where the defense really let them down, and they made sure that if the boys were going to score, they were going to beat them with their skill. It wasn't going to be the defense getting defeated, you know, from their own misplays.
We saw a lot of great shots as well from the boys. They actually had 2 more than Upper 90. So what are your guys' thoughts on what changed from the boys and led to their loss in that second game compared to the first one?
I kind of wonder if it's kind of mental, honestly, because they gave up that goal and they just really didn't look the same after that.
Yeah, I have to wonder that as well, and maybe it's a little bit of complacency as well. Maybe they thought, like, okay, well, it was a solid 3-0 lead before they got that 1 goal, but it was at the end of the game. Maybe they just said, all right, we'll brush it off, no big deal, and then suddenly it wasn't such a big deal anymore. I mean, it was just huge. They realized, oh no, Upper 90 suddenly have, like, this is a completely different squad. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, definitely. I would expect, though, that we're going to see probably the best either of these teams have played in this entire tournament in this next game. That's what's so exciting about a short series for me, is it pushes the teams to the test. And both of these teams have made the adjustments to show up in those first couple of games. So we'll see what they're going to do in this game 3. This really is anyone's series at this point.
Yeah, it definitely is 1-1 right now. And again, this is an elimination round. So whoever loses this game will go home. And they are not going to make it any farther. Upper 90 and the boys, both intense competitors as far as I'm concerned, and I think anybody at home would agree with me. But one of them will have to lose out right here as we get underway with game number 3. We'll start Upper 90, looking onto the offensive end, maybe trying to continue from last match. Normal Time's going to have other thoughts, bringing this one up the sidewall. Plenty of boost and plenty of opportunity. Can't get the aerial bump on Slushy, and it's moving the other way. Skills, nice 50-50. Pushes it all the way downfield. And they're already starting with that counterattack style. Back pass to Demo. Drops in the midfield. Skills, no, that's Slushy manages to get it around Trey. My goodness. Barely blocked out. Kept off to the side. An interesting, unorthodox play from Upper 90. Almost went through.
Yeah, it nearly worked there. Thankfully, they had so many players on the goal line, did the boys, where they were able to stop that one through. Now the boys going to push back downfield. This is where they're most comfortable.
Long clear from Skills. D-Bank will be able to play it into the corner. Good follow as well. Skills now to the backboard. Couldn't get that one underneath the crossbar. And a quick response from the boys, moving it to the midfield line. D-Bank upfield. No passing target. Demo couldn't quite get that one away from Normal Times in time. Slushy's going to be able to push it to the midfield, and the boys looking to set up shop here on the attack. Trey can't get that one past Skills, but it will drop into the corner. And here's the key. Can we see the boys start to get out and attack? This is looking very dangerous at the moment. D-Bank's going to have to be quick to that one. He will be able to corner it. But again, bit of a scary situation there moving downfield.
Yeah, even though I know we've only played about a minute and a half, it feels like whoever scores here is going to win this series. You can tell they're playing each other very closely, and they understand what's on the line right now.
A minute and 40 seconds gone here in game number 3. Yet to be a goal, and that's going to be the first one. Skills punishing the lack of a touch off the back wall, and Upper 90 with the lead.
I talked about the boys and how good they were on that back wall, but you see Normal a little confused, wasn't sure if his teammate was going to come in on that one, and that led to the open net there. That's where comms are huge. You just got to call it. That's my ball. Get out of here.
3:18 now on the clock. That is the elimination timer for the boys if they can't put one on the board here. And D-Bank, a great opportunity. Can't find the angle. Trey there for the follow, but it's too slow. Slushy pushes it away. Normal Time's going to keep it alive. And here's Trey for a pass down. Couldn't make it work. Another opportunity off the back wall. D-Bank in the box. Puts it on through, and there they go. That's a nice response.
And who other than D-Bank seemingly getting chance after chance, finally able to bury that one. So much net to shoot at. He's not going to miss there. But, yeah, I really like what D-Bank is doing right now. Keep your eye on him because he may be the key to victory for the boys.
Has been looking like a little bit of a monkey man on the orange half of the field so far. And a very quick touch right there. Trey can't quite follow it up. Now Skills redirect the other way. It's all open, and he has the right side. Very nicely done.
Yeah, maybe the boys were thinking offense. They got that goal. They wanted to push up. Saw Normal went for that side boost, but in reality, he needed to maintain his defensive presence because that's just an easy clear downfield for the goal.
And for the boys there, you do have to respect that, though. They looked like they had a great offensive opportunity right out of the gate. Of course, on the back of D-Bank being that cheat man, able to get it out of there so fast onto the orange half. So unfortunate they get scored on there, and Slushy's going to be moving down the other way. This is very dangerous. 2 players up. Trey gets the pre-jump save. Outstandingly done, and the boys maintain the lead at 1. just barely keeping Upper 90 out of the net there.
Yeah, going to be big that they keep this lead to just 1. They do not want to go down 2. They haven't played that well with when they're behind.
Just past the half. The boys still seemingly can't get set up too much on offense here. This one out towards cross-field. Skills over to Slushy. Great connection, and they find the left side. Upper 90 with 20/20 vision every single time they're making passes like these.
Yeah, making do with what is afforded to them as well. You see Slushy in the perfect position to redirect that in. I gotta wonder if the pass was intentional or if that was just, you know, right place, right time.
I mean, part of good passing is just the recipient being in the right spot.
Very true.
The same way, and here's D-Bang, oh my goodness, off the post and away, visited the crossbar in both posts in a matter of just a second. My goodness, the pace of play, just blisteringly fast right now. Absolute blitzkrieg on the field at all moments. It will be slowed down though for just a second by Trey. Flick over top of 1, Skills off the back wall will be able to get it away. And again, for the boys, everything on the line. They have to put on 2 more right here. Off the back wall, bit of a miscommunication there. Normal times, plenty of room to put that onto the backboard. Trey's gonna continue with this. Very dangerous. D-Bank has to play it slow, but does have an opportunity here. Lobbing towards the net. Nice and easy save there for Slushy, and what felt like a really good opportunity turned into a rather sluggish play on the offense.
Yeah, it looked like that was their chance if they'd have just kept that pressure up. You can tell Upper 90 are scrambling right now on defense. It's up to the boys to take advantage.
Just past a minute 15. Upper 90 on the offense once again. It'll be normal time, sending that one downfield with D-Bank as the target. But Demo will be able to cut him off as well. And Upper 90, great touch right there, and they might be able to transition all the way to the back wall, just trying to box out their opponents, and no skill. Sorry, Slushy wants one more with teammates in the center. They won't be finding it, but a great way to box out the boys.
And good read by Normal just to keep this close, but right now they got to move downfield.
D-Bank out of the corner, gets it past Slushy. Last man back is at the midfield line for just a second. Trey's taking out the play. Great fake from D-Bank, but a clutch demo, and there was no one there to finish it off.
Wow.
Trey, my goodness, he's got to be shaking his head at that one. Just so unfortunate.
Yeah, there have been a couple of glorious scoring chances here for the boys. They just have not been able to bury them, unfortunately. This has been tough, and now just 20 seconds to go.
Still time, though. Great pass from Normal times. D-Bank can't get in the air high enough for it. He will keep this in the zone. Slushy keeping it off the back wall. The final 10. The boys need this so desperately right now, but Trey's forced to retreat. D-Bank to the side, the full boost canister, but that shutdown is gonna do it. The final second off the clock. Upper 90 with a huge win here against the boys, who will be sent home. My goodness, was that a dynamic change if I've ever seen one.
Oh yeah, that was a big win for Upper 90, because if the boys win that, they may be starting to question a lot. But no, Upper 90, the pedigree comes through, and they're able to get that win, even though it was a close series. So yeah, that unfortunately for the boys, that'll be it. They're down to the, not the lower, they're out.
Very unfortunate, but they put up a really solid effort against Upper 90. We saw so many shots happen left and right for all 3 members of the boys. Why weren't the shots enough for them?
Honestly, it's the accuracy, and specifically D-Bank. He was putting himself in great positions to get potential scoring opportunities and just was not able to make that final touch. That could have been a completely different Game 3.
Yeah, for me, it felt like it just wasn't coming together as well as it has in the past, and obviously leaving a couple spots open on the defense just here and there where they were really trying to push that offense and then just countered by Upper 90 so effectively, and I have to give them all the credit for that. They were finding the chinks, where in Game 1 you obviously saw it was all the boys.
Such great passing plays as well from Slushy and Skills. We saw the 1-2-3 punch from Slushy and Skills to get that final goal for them. But I feel like they're going to have a tough time against their opponents, which will be either Bread and Lights Out. The next match we have underway, instead, we're going to hop a little bit further down the bracket. It's going to be RBG Regalia. Are you guys excited for that one?
Oh, definitely. I mean, Regalia, actually, when they played against Bread, if you remember, they actually played pretty well. I know they didn't get the win. I think they even did get swept. But they were hanging with Bread for a lot of that. So I would not count Regalia out, even though RBG has been a very consistent team.
Oh, yeah. By no means do you think of Regalia and say, oh, well, they're in the lower bracket. Obviously, they're going to be, you know, taken out if you like RBG. But, I mean, for Regalia, as you mentioned, very close series against Bread. If I recall correctly, they were both 1-goal games or fairly close. So, I mean, That's difficult to say. You never want to vote against an RLCS team, but with Regalia, they almost made it happen. So,
I mean, we have plenty of time to try and figure out what our objective is going to be, if it's either going to be RBG going forward or Regalia, because they'll face off against Triple Commit or the Peeps. We are going to take a little bit of a break before we get back into that matchup, so don't go anywhere. More Rocket League action to come.